What's a clear sign that you are ugly as fruck? 1. Kids don't hide it. If they think you look ugly, they'll let you know the second they see you. 2. Post a TikTok saying someone called you ugly or that you feel ugly. If everyone in the comments says you're beautiful, then sorry, you're probably not. But if they're accusing you of just fishing for compliments, congrats, you're actually good looking. 3. People tend to act less friendly, less curious, and not very chatty around people they think are ugly. You'll catch them looking annoyed or even grossed out. Nobody really checks you out. The opposite sex never makes a move. And sometimes babies cry when they see you. 4. When you're out at a bar or club and some guy comes up just to ask if your friend is single, not to actually talk to you. 5. Every time a kid screams after seeing how ugly you are, that moment is yours to treasure. Every baby that starts crying when you come close, every woman who screams, "Dear God, what is that?" will stay in your perfect memory. That's what "to the pain" means. It means living in misery, knowing how freakish you look, forever. 6. When your boyfriend or girlfriend is ugly and not a single person tells you that you could do way better. 7. Even your own mom tells you you're ugly. People describe you as unfortunate looking, and when you post selfies online, people comment things like, "You're so brave." 8. When people keep telling you things like, "I wish I could date someone like you," it's just code for, "I would date you if you were hot." 9. At every family party, you're always the one asked to take the pictures, just so they know you won't be in any of them. 10. You try to help a woman in a parking lot who has a flat tire, and before you can even talk, she rolls down the window and yells, "I have a boyfriend," and drives away. 11. You have the power to be totally invisible no matter where you are or what's going on. It's like your own weird superpower. 12. The first sign is when people call you brave after you post a photo of yourself, or when a bus is completely full, but the seat next to you is still empty. 13. No matter how hard you try to be social, nobody ever pays attention to you. 14. Girls say you're creepy just for existing near them. 15. You never have anyone come up to you and ask for your number. Not once. 16. When kids grab their parents' legs as you walk past, like you're something scary. 17. Not even a sex worker would want to touch your junk. 18. People treat you like you're less than them. You get rejected all the time by the opposite sex, and nobody wants to strike up a friendship with you. 19. The only time people talk to you is when they need a favor. 20. Your friends never ever joke about your looks. If you're still watching, means you're enjoying the stories. Subscribe so you can look forward to more stories like these. Now on to 21. You look in the mirror and your reflection flinches. 22. I'm 35 and I've never been catcalled. So yeah, there's that. 23. A guy told me yesterday that I'm so fat and ugly, he wouldn't even see me as a woman, even if he was drunk. 24, 30 years and not one person has ever approached me or shown any kind of interest. That's a pretty solid sign. 25. You get turned down by everyone you're into. Meanwhile, attractive people get chased, and they're the ones doing all the rejecting. 26. A woman working customer service asked, "How are you?" And right as I was about to say something kind of funny, she looked at me and said, "I really don't care." That was the moment I realized I was ugly, and honestly, it was also the start of my villain arc. 27. When you're super nice, but nobody actually likes you. 28. People are quick to let you know they're not into you like that, if they even get a hint that you might be into them. 29. When you go out to a bar with a good-looking friend, and they get their drinks served right away while you're left waiting forever. 30. The most recent one was chatting with a girl on here. We talked for 6 hours straight and really clicked. Then I sent her a picture, and she said, "You're not the type I usually date," and disappeared. That's a clear sign if there ever was one. 31. The biggest clue is that you're even posting this on Reddit. OP replied, "It's not about me, it's for my friend." Sweats hard while trying to delete the post. 32. A woman I work with found out I was married and didn't believe it because she thought I looked too young. I showed her a picture of me and my wife, and right away she said, "Jesus, how the hell did you get her?" It hit even harder coming from someone who looks like a sack of potatoes and has maybe 3 teeth total. 33. I've got a resting bitch face. I always just look annoyed or bored. I didn't realize until later how much that kept women from coming up to talk to me. 34. People stop inviting you to hang out because you mess up their vibe or ruin the aesthetic. Like, seriously? 35. Every time I step outside, the neighbors all shut their blinds, shield their kids' eyes, and scream, "Oh, the humanity," like I'm some kind of monster. 36. I'm so unnoticeable that people almost walk right into me on a regular basis. 37. You've got money, you're well off, but still, no one wants anything to do with you. 38. Nobody has ever had a crush on you. And in small towns, random strangers ask if you're related to someone else who's known for being unattractive. Your friends try to comfort you by saying stuff like, "There's someone out there for everyone," or "You're definitely someone's type," but it doesn't help when you're feeling hopeless about dating. 39. You can tell when people aren't as kind or don't give you the same attention. Attractive people just get treated better. People look at them differently, talk to them differently. 40. You hear people talk about getting compliments like it's normal, but you honestly can't even remember the last time someone said something nice about you that wasn't just about your tattoos or something like that. If you've made it this far, write tattoo in the comments so I know you're still watching. Now on to 41. You make friends online. Things are going great. You both decide to meet up in person. The moment you trade photos so you can recognize each other in real life, they completely ghost you. 42. That moment when people finally meet you in person, and you can just see the disappointment on their face. They don't see you as someone who could possibly be in a relationship. If you ever bring up anything related to sex or dating, they look completely grossed out, like it's wrong for someone like you to even think about that. It's like they believe you should be living alone in some cave somewhere, crying yourself to sleep every night. The so-called average-looking people will act like they feel bad for you, but deep down they're happy you're treated like garbage, because it means they're not at the very bottom of the ladder. 43. I was the only girl in my group of friends who never got approached when we went out in our teens and 20s. One time at a bar, a guy just randomly looked at me and loudly asked, "What happened to your face?" while his buddies laughed at me and at my friend too. I stopped hanging out with that group right after. Another time, I was seeing this guy, and when we were about to hook up, he saw me naked and said, "Sorry, I just don't find you sexually attractive." So yeah, I must have fallen out of the ugly tree and hit every branch. I'm 44 now, married with 2 amazing kids, but that stuff really messed with my self-confidence. Honestly, it still does. 44. I'm not sure if this really counts, but I saw it as pretty crappy. I was part of this drama club, and one day, we were all sitting in a circle, with a chair in the middle, where you could go sit and talk about what was bothering you, or something personal. A bunch of people went and shared really deep stuff. I was feeling super low at the time, so when it was my turn, I told everyone I'd been feeling depressed because of some stuff going on in my life. Right after I finished, this one girl raised her hand and said, "You just need to remember that the outside doesn't matter. It's the inside that counts." Smiley face. I hadn't even mentioned anything about my looks at all. Never said I felt insecure about how I look or anything. So that was just weird, honestly. 45. I once posted a picture on one of those lookalike pages where people compare you to someone famous. Every single reply I got was of some ugly arse person. 46. Just walk up to someone of the opposite sex and start talking. If they look like they're searching for the nearest exit, then yeah, that tells you everything. 47. You look at yourself in the mirror and just think, "Wow, I'm really ugly." 48. At work, people are always chatting about who's single, who might be a good couple, trying to matchmake folks around the office. I've been single the whole time I've worked there. Everyone knows it, and I've never once been brought up in those conversations. 49. You say hi to a girl, not flirting, just being polite, and she stares at you like you've got 3 heads and doesn't even bother saying hi back. This happened to a friend of mine. Actually, that's a lie. I don't have any friends. 50. Just existing seems to suck the joy out of a room. Nobody ever wants to actually get to know you. You barely made friends in school. You never made friends outside of school. When you go places, people don't treat you warmly or even friendly. You get into your mid-20s, and still no one from the opposite sex has ever shown the slightest bit of interest in you. The last compliments you ever got were probably when you were a little kid. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you more of these stories. Thanks for sticking around till the end. See you next time, and take care.